One of the things that we don't have on antique machines is zigzag and feed dogs that drop on some of them. This is the White Family Rotary, and I need to try to use this machine as much as possible because of the dog, and I have some darning to do. And what I've done is I took off the presser foot. This is a pair of jeans. I put the jeans in a hoop, and there is a patch of fabric on the inside of the jeans. And now, as you can see, I think you can see from there, there's quite a big gap in the pants. There's two, one here and one here. And these are like $50 Levi's, which really make me mad. But they don't make Levi's like they used to. So anyway, there is a piece of fabric under there, a patch that is that wide, and I have it well pinned, but if you can tell, the biggest problem here is this is about at least 11 inches down from the waist on the leg, so I'm really sewing in a tube here, and I have to be very careful I don't sew the leg closed by letting fabric get underneath. So what I did was I pinned the patch on the inside in place, took the presser foot off, put it in a hoop, got it under the presser bar, and I have the tension on, well, on this machine, this is loose and this is tight and it's there. So I haven't even looked yet whether there are numbers. It looks like there might be a 2 there. And I'm using, there's no way to cover the feed dogs, and there's no neutral as far as the stitches go. So I'm using a stitch length of 5 with a somewhat loose tension, and I am just going to sew back and forth. Now, this is going to be slow work. But it's still going to be faster than if I tried to do this by hand. Now, as I said, there's no way to cover the feed dogs. I don't want the camera to fall over. My tripod legs like to give out every once in a while. So this is like the old-fashioned way of doing it, and if you plan on using an antique straight stitch machine, this is what you're going to run into. Now, again, the biggest problem is making sure there's no extra fabric underneath there. And so for regular darning, what you do anyway is go back and forth several times, and then change direction and go back and forth the other way. So now I have to turn this around. Making sure that extra fabric under, all that extra fabric under there doesn't get in the way. And go back this way. So, I mean, one of my other machines might do this more quickly. Either of the ones that I have that can drop the feed dogs, or maybe one of the other, the 237. The problem is they're electric and they're loud, so I need to try to use this one and do it the old-fashioned way. And what I'm actually doing is sewing those loose threads right to the patch underneath. So it's time-consuming compared to just turning on an electric machine and zipping back and forth. But it's doable. The White Family Rotary from 1901.